student pointed at the window and said, "Is that guy taking pictures of us?" We all turned to look. Through the window, we could see a man in a gray hoodie was standing there holding up his phone, clearly pointed at our building. "Probably just a parent taking photos for Facebook," Mrs. Delano said dismissively. "Eyes on your essays." But Keisha wasn't having it. "Nah, that's weird. He's been there since first period. I saw him from the library windows too." Now everyone was paying attention. "He just zoomed in," Jordan said. "I literally saw him pinch the screen." The man seemed to realize we were all staring because he lowered his phone and started walking away, but he didn't leave. He just moved to a different spot further down the sidewalk, where he had a better angle on the other side of the building. Mrs. Delano finally looked concerned. She picked up her classroom phone and called the office. 10 minutes later, the vice principal made an announcement. "Teachers, please move students away from windows and continue instruction as normal. There is no emergency, but also no explanation." We moved our desks toward the center of the room, away from the windows. The man was still out there. Now he had a second guy with him, also in a hoodie, also with a phone out. "This is giving school shooter vibes," Tyler whispered. "They're scouting." A few people laughed nervously. Most didn't. Mrs. Delano tried to keep teaching, but nobody was focused. We kept glancing at the windows even though we couldn't see the men from our new positions. My phone buzzed. A text from my friend Brianna in the science wing. "There's a woman taking pictures from the back parking lot. WTF is happening." I showed the text to Mrs. Delano. Her face went white. She called the office again. This time we went into lockdown. The lights went off. We moved to the corner away from the door and windows. My friend Darius in third floor said he counted 5 people now, surrounding the school at different angles, all with phones out. "This has to be a drill," someone whispered. "They would have told the teachers if it was a drill," Mrs. Delano whispered back. Her hands were shaking. We sat in silence for 20 minutes. Police sirens in the distance getting closer. Through the edge of the window I could see one of the men running, then another, then the woman from the back lot sprinting toward a van parked on the street. The cops were everywhere now. The intercom crackled. "Lockdown is lifted. Teachers, please take attendance and report any missing students immediately." Missing students. My stomach dropped. The news came out in pieces over the next hour. The people with phones weren't scouting for a shooting. They were scouting for something worse. The police caught 2 of them before they could drive away. On their phones, they found photos of every entrance, every exit, every window. They had notes about which classrooms faced which direction, which had the most students visible. In the van, they found zip ties, duct tape, and a list. Names of students with photos pulled from social media. 12 names, all girls, all freshmen and sophomores. 3 of them were in my class. The police called it a coordinated trafficking reconnaissance operation. The 2 they caught talked within hours. They were part of a larger network. They knew which girls had which classes. They knew who walked home alone and which parents picked up late. One of the girls on the list was my little sister. She wasn't even in high school yet. She was in 8th grade. The investigation expanded. More arrests in other states. Our school installed security cameras everywhere, changed the fence height, added a full-time police officer. Parents started driving their kids instead of letting them walk.